Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take a stack of information and really try to pull out the important stuff for you.
That's the goal.
Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating, actually. Personal health tech, right on your wrist. We've got some really compelling sources on the Huawei Watch D2. It's making some waves, and not just for telling time.
You got it. And our mission here really is to unpack how this specific watch isn't just, another smartwatch. It's actually a medically certified tool. And it could genuinely change how you track something super critical.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure.
Yeah.
It sort of promises a new way to manage personal health. And we're going to see how it actually delivers.
Okay, let's get into that. Because, when we think about measuring blood pressure at home, it's always felt like a bit of a snapshot, right? Just that one reading. Maybe you're stressed. Maybe you just ran up the stairs. Or that white coat hypertension thing.
Oh, yeah. Where your pressure spikes just because you're in a clinic. Happens all the time.
Exactly. So it never feels like the whole story.
Absolutely. And that brings up the big question. How do you get the real picture? Not just a single moment. Now, ambulatory blood pressure monitoring, ABPM, that's been the gold standard, giving you 24-hour readings.
Right.
But let's be honest, those traditional ABPM devices, they're cumbersome, really disruptive.
Yeah, sleeping with one sounds awful.
It's not great.
Yeah.
Kind of bulky, can wake you up. Not exactly convenient.
Okay, so that's where this Watch D2 comes in, I guess. This is the part that really jumped out at me from the sources. A medically certified inflatable cuff and pump system, but it's built into the smartwatch and the strap.
That's it. That's the revolutionary bit.
It's not just estimating with lights, it's actually mimicking a traditional upper arm cuff that feels like a proper jump forward.
It really is. And what's so clever is how they've miniaturized it all. I mean, it looks sleek, right? Nice 1.82-inch AMOLED display.
Right.
But the magic is that tiny airbag tucked away in the strap, and that allows it to do both things. You can take a reading whenever you want, on demand. And, crucially, it can do true 24-hour ABPM, even taking readings silently while you're asleep.
Wow, silently, so you wouldn't even notice.
Often, no. Imagine monitoring something that vital without constant reminders or disruptions.
Okay, so if it's mimicking those traditional cuffs, what about accuracy? That's the big question, isn't it? The sources really stress the certifications it's received, medical device level stuff.
Exactly. It's got that clearance in several regions, and the accuracy reported is, pretty impressive. Comparable to standard sphygmomanometers, the kind you see in clinics.
Right, sphygmomanometers, got it.
So think about what this means for someone, say, with hypertension, or even just at risk. Suddenly, you're not just getting isolated readings. You're getting a continuous narrative of your blood pressure.
Like trends over time.
Precisely. How it changes during stress, after medication, overnight. Data your doctor can actually use to fine-tune treatment. It's like an early warning system.
And it does more than just blood pressure, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a full health suite, really. ECG for heart rhythm, SpO2 for blood oxygen, continuous heart rate, skin temp, sleep tracking, stress.
Yeah.
Plus, 80 workout modes. It's comprehensive.
That sounds amazing. But, okay, practicalities. What's it like to actually live with day to day? Users seem to find it comfortable enough, even though it's a bit bulkier.
Yeah, that seems to be the feedback. It's a bit thicker than your average smartwatch, which makes sense given the tech inside, but apparently not uncomfortable. And those silent readings at night.
Yeah.
People really seem to appreciate that feature.
But there has to be a trade-off, all that monitoring, battery life.
Yes. You hit it. That's the main consideration. If you use it just like a standard smartwatch, you get maybe 6-7 days, which is actually really good.
Okay.
If you enable that full 24-hour ABPM plan, the continuous monitoring,
Then what?
then you're looking at about a full day, maybe a little more, maybe a little less depending on usage. But yeah, it's a significant drop.
Right, makes sense. 1 day versus nearly a week.
It's a conscious choice you have to make. Also worth noting, while it does notifications and Bluetooth calls okay, the third-party app situation and contactless payments, Huawei Wallet, they're a bit more limited than what you might find on some other platforms.
Okay, so it's specialized.
Very much so.
So tying it all together then, who is this Huawei Watch D2 actually for?
I think the sources paint a pretty clear picture. It's for you if you're genuinely serious about tracking your cardiovascular health, whether that's managing existing hypertension, or just being really proactive and wanting those deep, continuous health insights.
But maybe less for the person who just wants a million apps and games on their wrists.
Exactly. It's less of a general power smartwatch and more of a dedicated health tool.
Gotcha.
Honestly, though, it feels like a landmark device. It's setting a new bar for wearable health tech, bringing that clinical-grade monitoring right to your wrist. It really does feel like a genuine glimpse into the future of personal health management.
Yeah, it's all about empowering you, isn't it? Giving you a level of insight into your own body that until recently was pretty much stuck inside a clinic. So maybe the thing to think about is what stands out to you about having that kind of powerful, continuous health data just available on your wrist all the time? How could that kind of personal data actually transform your own approach to your well being? Something to consider.